it looks like we have the build up and going. Once again, check out ReverbNation.com, and you'll have, with the link right there, this awesome, awesome music. Okay, options. Here we got some Voxage. And let's get our wonderful creator and dev into the call.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How we doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, cheers. How's it going?
Ah, not too darn shabby. Good to have you here. We get the resolution set up. Make sure
Cheers, cheers.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to mute the stream now. Listen to Travis's awesome rock music.
we'll have to get it on next time. That'll be the transition music.
Yeah, I think I've listened to a lot of guys just recently. I think they really need to sort out some way for people in a Skype call to be able to listen to the Twitch chat as well, and to listen to the stuff that's going on.
I just opened up the character select. That is amazing.
Do you like the Tenchi guy that I made for you?
That is awesome. So let's introduce yourself, and please tell me about the game. Tell me about what to expect, and the overall idea.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm Steve, or most people know me as Always Geeky, and this is Vox, as as most people probably already know. What to expect? Most probably lots of crashes. I wouldn't be surprised if the game crashes a number of times during this stream, which will be fun.
Well, this is a very, very early build of the game.
Well, yeah, it's early. I mean, I've been developing it for a while, but it's still early. So the problem is there's lots and lots and lots of scope in this game. So I've had numerous issues with scope, and trying to sort of narrow down a scope so that it doesn't take so much time to get to a beta version or a release version. So, but I'm in no rush to get this out the door, to kind of rush it out there. So I'm just happy to take my time developing it slowly and listen to the fans adding stuff in they want. So
nice. Yeah, it's this is, from what I've played, has been a lot of fun. Once again, because I really love the ability to get loots. This is that game right there. Much like Legend of Dungeon 2. It just, there's so much loot in this game. It's beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's not just getting loot as well, also making loot.
Mm-hmm.
And making basically anything you want.
Yeah.
That's kind of my tag for Vox, I guess. If people were to ask me to sort of narrow down to one particular, tagline, it's basically allowing people to make what they want and to play what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I like the area we spawn into. It definitely, everything about this game is pretty much customizable, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
I can actually go in, change everything about my character. I can add stuff to him. I can increase the size, decrease the size, change colors, anything I want. And then also I can modify every single NPC, enemy, and item in the game too, correct?
Exactly, yeah. You can make weapons. I mean, there is going to be a more directed crafting system when I start adding proper content and fleshing it out. So there's things like anvils and furnaces, so you find ores and stuff. But I also want to allow players to just basically make stuff in the editor they want, so they don't have to go around and collect lots of ores to make anything they want. They can, if they want to just edit a sword, they can just edit a sword. If they want to edit their characters, it's fine.
The what I think is a lot of fun too is I'm terrible at creativity, which I was discussing with you before. It's not my cup of tea. I'm just not good at it. But I feel that this has accessibility to people like myself, that I can actually go in and I feel like I can do a half decent job at editing something. It's not,
exactly.
Yeah, it's not going to be a whole day thing of me just like, oh my god, this I have now drawn a stick figure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my job as the developer is just to allow the player to have the easiest tools possible to make whatever they want.
Whoa!
And so I'm doing that by various different methods, including the voxel editor in the game.
Ooh, exploding arrows. Another thing too, these are very fun items to get and use. Not only out of our first two chests did we get ice arrows, we got bombs, we have exploding tipped arrows. That's just you're making stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, obviously, as you notice, there's just chests sort of littered around all over the place, and there's no kind of rhyme or reason to where stuff is. But eventually, it's gonna have a more directed gameplay. So you're not gonna find chests just randomly throughout the world. You're gonna have to go to dungeons, go to caves, and stuff like that.
Oh.
So it's going to feel more like a kind of directed experience.
Okay, sure. And
one of the things I've noticed.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, sorry. I was going to say one of the things I've noticed, as you probably weren't aware of, when you're back in the third-person view, if you use the right mouse button, you can actually lock on to target stuff like a kind of a Zelda-style camera.
Yeah, and it does the black bars a la Zelda. That is really good, man. I like that.
So that should help you with more of the kind of the harder enemies. I mean, at the moment, a lot of the enemies in the game are very basic and very kind of easy to kill, but eventually it's going to be the combat's going to feel more like a sort of Zelda style game.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome, and you do intend to have controller support, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, at the moment, you can pretty much play most of the game with a 360 controller, except things like the inventory management and the creation stuff. You still need to have a mouse pointer for that.
Right.
But eventually, I'll have some way of controlling the pointer with a 360 controller.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a good item you just found there.
The crystal? The
ice crystal. Yeah. If you want to equip that now, you'll get a nice effect on your attacks.
Okay. So it's gonna float around us. And whoa! Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
So basically, it's like any old RPG. It's going to have kind of status effects in the game. You've got your poison, your stuns, your lightning attacks, your fire attacks, and ice attacks. And currently, the ice attacks freeze monsters.
Oh yeah, no, I just froze a bee out of the sky. That was really nice. Now what if we? Now, are there any interactions right now with the fire wand that we have and the ice crystal?
Currently the interactions don't stack, so you can't like poison somebody and also freeze them at the same time. But eventually that'll be in there. So if you want to mix and match your weapons, that'll be perfectly plausible.
Okay, and then I guess we can drag this here to edit. Puts it on its head. And now we can change pretty much kind of anything we want about it. We can also rename it.
Yep. So once you, I mean, the first box you're editing there, you can drag down and select what type of item it is. So if it's clothing or if it's a particular kind of offensive weapon like a sword or something like that. And then after you've modified that, the drop downs below that allow you to further refine what type it is. So for instance, if you say it's a sword, you can then decide which hand it is in, like your left hand or your right hand.
Oh, okay.
Or you can even, if you want, say that stuff is ammo, or if it's like a spell wand. So if you find like a particular weapon in the game, like a sword or something, you can then change it into like a throwing weapon or ammo for your bow.
Wow. So like we said, even more than I thought, you can do whatever you want in this game.
Yeah. So I mean, if you if you like right now you're using the sword as an actual sword. If you drag to edit the sword from your inventory.
There we go. And we can change it to.
If you change it to a thrown weapon, if you can find the thrown.
Yep, thrown.
Yep, and then just save that.
Save it. Okay.
So the stream's a little bit behind for me, so.
Oop.
And then you might have to re-equip it from your inventory.
1 second.
Did we have a crash?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
I do feel that it's loading a little bit faster than the last build too, though. So that's nice.
Oh yeah. Every time I bring out a new build, I'm always adding in new performance and efficiency stuff. I mean, a lot of people do notice like particular crashes or particular stuff which isn't working for them. So all the time I'm fixing bugs and adding new stuff. But at the same time, I want to be increasing the performance, making it more efficient for people, optimizing it. Because I know obviously it's very difficult to make a voxel engine really performant and really good. So.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and run it this way.
I think maybe the it might have corrupted the save file when you changed it into a thrown weapon because you had it as on the action bar at the bottom. I'm not sure. That might be a bug at the moment.
Okay. I opened it up instead of the 64. I opened it up in just the regular exec. You want to try it one more time and see if that works, or just want to create a new character actually?
Yeah, if you create a new character, that should be fine.
Okay, yeah.
That gives you good chance to look at the.
Oh wow, yeah, no, this has a lot more content than we originally. I've always got a top hat. That's awesome.
Yeah, this actually is this is one of the things that I'm refactoring right now. Cool. So this page actually looks very debug. So a lot of stuff is missing from this page. but I've added a way to set preset characters. So there's a drop down for preset characters. And I've added it so that whenever you create new body parts, they get added to a list.
Oh, okay.
So if you notice at the top, there's like a preset thing you can drag down. I created like an Isaac character the other night, and just messing around with it.
I like how there's a Tenchi character in there. That's excellent.
And and there's a couple at the top of the list that are stuff that players made for me and sent for me.
Oh, that's really cool.
If you look at the alien character is something which somebody made.
The demon.
And then there's also like a dragon character called that's the guy there. I mean, these are just stuff that people have made and sent me and said, here's some characters I've made.
Very cool. Ooh, the skeleton's pretty cool too. We'll give we'll make the skeleton with big dino hands and arms.
And if you notice on the slightly to the right, there's them edit buttons. That basically allows you to refine the character even more. So if you see a particular head you like, you can click on the little edit button, and that allows you to actually modify it completely however you want.
So we can paint him now. He has green eyes, or we can actually create stuff and then give him. So I guess we've given him dimples, green dimples now. That's odd. And we'll give him some horns. This is my extent of creativity. That is so creative for me that is amazing. But I really feel that whereas anybody else that actually had some creativeness to them, so an art sense, that they would have some good times with this, because you can create them from scratch.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I struggle myself with. Like I've made a lot of stuff in the game myself, as you notice, all the kind of the standard stuff. But I'm constantly blown away by the stuff that people are making in the game and sending to me and saying, "Hey, I've made a new character. Could you share this guy or retweet this guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, definitely." The community out there is so much better at making stuff than me as a developer can make. So it's my job to allow the players the tools to make stuff that they want.
And you know what? Let's load this up, and then it looks like, unfortunately, Nightbot is having a hell of a time. I'm just gonna turn him off if you don't mind.
That's fine. Yeah, I noticed actually. Yeah, a few people have been complaining about the bot or something, but I'm not aware of the problem myself.
Yeah, I do feel that some people are probably unfortunately dealing with it in a situation that's not conducive to a proper situation. But if it's that big of a deal, we do have a lot of mods in here. Luckily, I have a great group of friends, yourself included, that has been helping me out quite a bit. So I appreciate that. All right,
no worries. You've been doing a great job today. I've been pretty much watching most of the stream on and off, most of the day.
Thank you, sir.
So it's been going really well, actually. I've been really impressed with the quality of the stream so far. You've had some good devs on and some good games.
Well, and it really comes down to all of you guys. You guys have been a great blast. It's really nice to have such wonderful people on here. All of you are all really nice people and are definitely people I'd love to see be very successful.
Oh, thanks. You're definitely a good help for the success of our games.
Well, I hope so. I really hope that you guys will be able to be successful with this, so you can move on to other products if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people like to move on to stuff and like to move on for successes. Personally, myself, I can see me developing Vox for a very, very long time. But that's fine by me. I'm happy to carry on making Vox as long as people are happy to keep playing it. That's my motto.
Yeah, no, definitely. And shoot, man, if you're gonna make good games and they're gonna be successful, might as well continue.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. There's something wrong with the Nightbot channel today. It won't even let me on the website. Oh, and Melinda is getting no bad slime. Bad slime. Melinda is getting rocked by slime right now.
You might want to equip a weapon to take him out.
Go. I like the lock-on feature. This is really nice, and I like the cinematic black bars that the Zelda games had too with it.
Yeah, I mean the goal originally, the stuff I've started to implement, this is kind of only half done, is when you lock on, it kind of changes your controls to a more combat feel.
Yeah.
So if you're sort of side strafing and jumping at the same time, it does like a kind of a side jump or a dodge. If you're locked on and you jump and attack at the same time, it does like kind of a downward thrust attack, and that's basically the goal in the end.
Whoa! That was pretty freaking cinematic right there. Okay,
yeah,
slimes. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, okay. I'm having way too much fun with that. I'm gonna have issues with not just doing that with every single thing that comes in. All right, one more time. Come here, slimes. Oh! It reminds me of we were playing Killing Floor the other day, and the slow motion time, and how everything immediately becomes more epic with slow motion, even if it's not really epic.
Yeah, I mean the slow motion for the jumping thrust might be a little bit kind of placeholder and debug at the moment, but it was just an idea I was testing out to see if it works. Slowing down, having freeze frames and that kind of stuff to accentuate the sort of combat and the feel of it, and I think it works quite well.
Okay, so let's walk me through. Whoa, I'm maybe pissing off the people inside the castle. Oh wow, the magic respawns pretty quick, so we actually I could pretty much go days and days of just doing this.
So I think you might. You've just run into one of the new features I've just been implemented. Is that the kind of the intro cameras? And there should actually. I don't know what's happened to the generation, but there should be a town like kind of in this area here, what you're seeing now. But for some reason, none of the houses have spawned, which is strange.
I'm very good at breaking games, but once again, this is a very, very early build of the game, and this actually is. I'm probably the first person to play this build.
Well, this is literally just built just for you. So
yeah,
I've been working
thank
on
you.
New stuff today. So
oh, mimics! God, I hate these mimics. There should be loots, and instead you have just paint. Oh God, I'm gonna die again. Run away. It's much easier with the locking on. I find very easy.
Yeah, with the crossbow, with the bow, it's very nice to lock on.
And we just have a rare boomerang. Throw it to stun enemies.
Oh, that's quite a good weapon.
Oh.
Again, that works quite well with the locking on feature.
Now, now it says there is a rarity to it. Is it just because you don't really see that item a whole lot, or is it because of it? Is there anything bonus, or is that the normal boomerang right there?
Well, no. It follows like most RPGs. There's going to be like kind of different levels of weapons. There's going to be like your common weapons, your uncommon, magical, rare, and then your epic weapons. And they're going to, exactly as most games, they're going to increase in the kind of the rarity of the weapons is going to be harder to find, but at the same time they're going to have better stats, better improvements. So that's the goal with the kind of the weapon itemization, is just to kind of allow, the more you play it, the more you find epic weapons, them to be better and more beneficial to you.
Okay.
It's very much. I'm not ashamed to say it's very much copied from the kind of the Diablo sort of Warcraft style of you've got your magical weapons, your epic weapons. It's pretty much kind of RPG canon these days, really, to have different rarities for items.
Nice, yeah, and that's cool because it's like a lot of the games we've been playing today that have kind of random elements. It's nice to be able to play the game after a long time and come back and it's like, oh wait, what is this? Especially after saying, I know everything about this game, and then a brand new item or a new enemy pops up. So
yeah. No, and as you said earlier, like everyone loves loot, so it's always good to have loot.
I always my buddy and I refer to it as superficial depth, because I like the Disgaea games. I love it. I love it. But a lot of that depth, is not always the most. It doesn't add a whole lot of gameplay always if there's maybe an area that has a brand new piece of loot. But I love it to death, and I'll definitely defend having a lot of loot in games. Yeah. But it's cool to see that you're adding a lot of stuff that does actually add depth, such as like Legend of Dungeons. They actually have things that are unique. It's not just a reskinned. Well, that was really cool. A reskinned version of it. It's actually a boomerang now, which I've never had anything like a boomerang in the game up till now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole point. The more and another stuff actually is features that fans have kind of suggested to me or asked for. So I'm always willing to take players' feedback and player suggestions and just run with it and see how it feels.
Now we've loaded into a different world this time, and God, it looks a lot more dangerous. This is the second world.
The second world has actually spawns with skeletons. Originally, this whole world would be like a sort of desert area. I mean, at the moment, I'm refactoring a lot of the biome systems, so it's still this has still got kind of like a grassy area and got trees and stuff. But eventually, this whole area will be like kind of a desert area, and so the whole point is at the moment a lot of stuff is kind of undergoing big changes. Oh, there you go. There, the towns.
Yeah.
Respawned. So you should get a proper town intro now.
That's awesome. It's very. I mean, I hate to use the word, but it's very cute. I like it. It's fun.
I can't hear it myself, but does the town have new music?
Yep.
Oh, excellent. This is actually brand new stuff. So the town's got a whole new music soundtrack, which there's a new audio guy which has just started working with me. And I think the stuff he's made for the town is awesome. It sounds really cute and fits really well with Vox.
Yeah, definitely. And I just went up. There's a place to turn the ingots actually into bars. That's really cool.
Exactly. Yep. So this whole town will be eventually full of different buildings. You know, like your inns, your farms, you know, magical shops, that kind of stuff.
That's really cool. Now the anvil. Oh wow. So I have like wood swords, exploding arrows, chest swords, rocket boots, which are really cool.
Yep.
So it's actually there's something to do with there's a small bit of crafting in the game so far.
Exactly. Yeah. I've got the crafting functionality in the game, so the subsystem is there, so that you know I can load in crafting recipes and tell it what items it needs. I just at the moment, much as a lot of Vox, I really haven't fleshed out the content level of it. So the systems are there, just the content is missing.
Okay. And the different NPCs in the game are built to give you different quests, correct?
That's right, yeah. I think because you're loaded into World 2, I think World 2 doesn't have... none of the NPCs have quests, but on other worlds they do. And one of the things you can do with NPCs now, this is a new feature, I'm not sure. If you right-click when you're looking at an NPC, when it's kind of focused on you,
sure.
you can get them to join you and to come questing with you.
Oh, really? Yeah. So Dave's
you get like
me. And Melinda.
Exactly. I believe Dave has got a bow and arrow, and Melinda has like a magical wand. So if when you target an enemy with your target camera, they help you attack.
Oh, that's awesome. We're gonna go out and kill some people.
But you might want to be a little bit cautious because they're quite trigger happy with their shots, basically.
Okay. So there is a potential of them just starting fights without me telling them, maybe.
They only target when you right click and target an enemy yourself, but their shots are quite haphazard, especially Melinda sometimes, because her wand kind of destroys the scenery.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now it looks like possible friendly fire between them?
Oh yeah, definitely. They'll kill each other all the time. See, look, Toby's almost dead now, because Toby's got he's got the kind of the melee weapons,
right?
So he'll just rush straight over to whoever you target, and he dies quite often. But it's cool because they respawn, so you know they die and then they respawn and they come back and die again and respawn, and it's kind of like a never-ending carnage for them, basically.
But yeah, no, Melinda's going crazy and destroying half the world in her zeal.
Yeah, she does that.
Oh,
so I mean, obviously her targeting is very kind of debuggy and placeholder at the moment, but it adds to the charm. You know, if she kind of smacks at the world a bit when she's trying to kill, so be it.
Oh, and this is really cool. The ice one, it acts like almost like a burst. It acts as a cone of cold or something for the D&D nerds.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
Ooh, and a top hat. Now top hat's giving me +1 charisma. Does that do anything yet?
At the moment, that's a stat which isn't really doesn't have any effect on gameplay, but eventually it will. If you press the C key, or use one of the buttons at the bottom of the screen, you can see there's a Q, C, and I. They open your different kind of sort of RPG panels. So C opens your character stats. So when you level up, you can put stats into different points.
Very cool. And I can see we were adding blocks to the ground too. So you can place blocks. And will that ever be more than a creative thing, or will you be able to use that maybe to get across gaps and like fight, build walls?
Yeah, totally. Yep. One of later on when I've fleshed out the town and the kind of the tutorial and the intro to the game a bit, you'll be able to some of the quests that you'll get given by the NPCs will be stuff like, can you build me a house, or can you fill my house with items. So you'll actually have to use your creativity to complete the quest of the game.
So I'm totally screwed.
Well, depending on how good you are at building houses, you might not be able to complete that quest. But I mean, it's so that the game isn't just full of kind of, you know, fetch or kill quests, because I know a lot of people get bored of this idea that quests are just, you know, go here, kill these monsters, or pick up these items. So I really want the creativity to be part of the questing system.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I love smashing and bashing everything in the head, but I think actually having some different things that are going to reach different audiences is definitely going to be a good call.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And one of the things I've noticed since I've been developing Vox is people just love to be creative. You know, even if, like you said, your creativity might not be as good as the next person, a lot of people just love just making stuff. It's fun, basically.
Yeah, no, and that's cool, because I know like certain games like Minecraft were built on that. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I wasn't as big on the game, and though many people like it, is there's a lot of, okay, you should build some stuff. You can go dig some stuff and you can kill enemies, but I feel this has more of what I would like in the loot, the experience, and you can build stuff, you can craft stuff, you can do all that. But if you don't do that, you're still going to find a very nice, comprehensive game that you should have a lot of fun with.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that kind of sums up as well my experience with Minecraft, and my own experience, why I decided to make Vox, is because I love the creativity that them sort of games have, and that Vox and Minecraft has. But at the same time, I want it to be centered around an actual game. I want it to be questing, I want it to be bosses and monsters and looting, and I just didn't really get that experience from Minecraft myself whenever I played it. I always felt like I was kind of put into a sandbox with lots of tools, but no reason to play around with the tools, no reason to do stuff. So I noticed you found like one of the like a really rare sword.
Yeah, the Fury sword.
Yeah, that's one of the newer items I made as well, just recently.
Very cool looking too. And now, once again, for those of you that obviously haven't played the game, we could create something just as cool as that right off the bat. If you go into the editor, all you have to do is just edit it. You can edit the original sword to look like the greatest sword, or you can shoot it. I mean, I assume if you're good enough, you can make it look like an elephant.
They definitely, yeah.
And then once again, we could turn it into a thrown weapon, and we can start throwing elephants, which, you know, sounds actually really cool, and I wish I could do that. Yeah, I'm hoping that you know, that people really get on board with the whole idea of the community aspect, and being able to, you know, make stuff and share stuff, because eventually you'll be able to, all the stuff you make in the game, you'll be able to share it with your friends and your other people online. So there's back in the front end, there's like before you get into the game, there's like a section where you can see all the items in the game, and you can edit them if you want. You can play around with them, and eventually it's going to have like a kind of an online directory where you can actually see what other people have made and download it into your game if you want. That's cool.
Sneaking into the town, I see.
Yep. No, we're not. We're renovating. See, creativity.
Yeah, it's good.
But and then the new music, and then are we gonna have NPCs walking around and talking with you? And
oh yeah, the town is gonna be alive basically when I've fleshed it out a bit more. One of the features that I'm spending a lot of time working on now, and this is something which people have been asking for basically for a long time, is the multiplayer side of things.
Sure.
So I mean, obviously multiplayer is quite a tricky thing to make, but that's basically what I'm working on right now. Aside from today, when I was doing kind of bits and pieces for you for the stream, multiplayer is a big focus right now for me.
Nice. And I definitely think it's going to be a lot of fun to not only as the community side, you being able to share different items and games and our characters and such, but to be able to then go in, create the gigantic fluffy bunny or whatever you feel like that's on fire and oozing blood, and then jump in this cute little wonderful world, and then I don't know, kill poor Toby over here. It seems like you pointed out, it's just you can do anything in this game. There's really seemingly no restrictions, at least not at the moment.
No, that's basically true. Yeah, my goal is to make it so there are no restrictions.
And that as a developer, it's got to be difficult.
It comes with challenges. there's definitely some challenges involved with kind of letting your players do whatever they want, but at the same time, I think it's beneficial to give that creativity to the players, because at the end of the day, they're going to be able to make stuff much better than I can make stuff.
Mm-hmm. And that'll help also, I would think, the community stay strong throughout the amount of time that it's been around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the longevity of the game is basically as long as people want to keep making stuff and keep playing it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, now you're here now. You can actually, if you look at you can look at the item library and see.
Yeah, let's do that.
And this kind of shows off. It's not fully complete yet. It's kind of like a working prototype. But eventually, this item library that you're seeing now will link in with like kind of an online profile, and it'll have all your items stored online. You'll be able to see your friends' items. You'll be able to see new items that have been made, and that's the goal of it, basically, to allow you to see what's in your game and modify stuff and create stuff if you want. And this uses exactly the same editor that you use throughout the whole game. It's just a standard voxel editor that allows you to modify the blocks of each item.
Very nice. And let's see, we're gonna go get the paint. We're gonna make it bright green. And this is just how easy it is. Obviously, I'm really underestimating what you can do with the game. I put a T on it and I put it bright green. But it's just little things like this that you can really go ahead and do a lot with. It's really enjoyable. And then I can use the picker to actually match the coloring. I can delete stuff. I can actually turn on grids. Really cool stuff that's going to allow people that want to take the time to learn it. Also, you can add fire particles and stuff, correct? Yeah,
you can add particle effects to all items as well. Yeah, I mean, like you said, that's exactly the point. Is maybe not everyone is good at creating stuff. Maybe not everyone has got the time to sit down and modify individual blocks on an item. But there's people out there that do that, and they do enjoy it. So everyone can kind of if they share them creations with other people, everyone can kind of sort of benefit from that, basically.
There's always going to be content coming out almost. If the community is strong and get behind it, which I don't see why they wouldn't. It's a lot of fun. There's just always going to be some new stuff, especially by people that are probably going to come out, and you'll see really good people out there within no time.
Yeah, that's my goal. Hopefully, I'm always willing to just talk to people and let people if people want to send me stuff, I'm more than happy to include it in the game, or to share it, and if they make cool stuff, that's fine by me.
That's awesome, guys. So this is once again, if we could put the links in one of the mods, ! Vox VOX, go ahead and put that in. If you guys pick up a copy of the game and you want to add in new stuff, go ahead and put some really cool stuff in, and then contact Always Geeky here, Steve. He's a really nice guy, and he's, like you said, he has a possibility of adding it into the game.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if people make stuff, I have no problem with adding the content. But basically, if people are making stuff and I'm not having to, they're basically doing my job for me, which is great.
There you go.
And yeah, exactly. I've no problem with that whatsoever. I've said this all along. People far outshine me in terms of their creativity. They can make amazing stuff, whereas I just kind of spend a few hours here and a few hours there, and I can kind of make stuff that looks half decent. But I'm not an artist, so I'm always limited.
Yeah, and that's. Is there anybody else helping you make the game at the moment?
At the moment, no. Basically, I mean, I've had people that have helped me with the audio, and I've had the current audio that's in the game that is made by audio musicians. But and there's a new guy that's just starting with me now. That's going to be a lot of his music's going to be made for the game.
Nice.
But there's apart from the audio guys, there's no other people helping me.
Very cool. And this is this character right here, the dragon character, is one of the characters that someone sent you in, correct? Sent in to you?
That's right. Yeah. I can't exactly remember the guy's name. He's on the Vox forums.
Oh, very cool.
On the Desora page, but yeah, he made this character, and he said to me, "Look, I've made a dragon. Do you wanna take a look at it?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "Wow, this is cool."
Awesome.
His hands are a little bit kind of not quite right, but it's fine. It's good.
And there is a day and night cycle which you can turn on and off in it. It does get very dark, so you will need to use torches, both placing and carrying. There's shadowing I can turn on.
Oh yeah, you should turn the shadows on actually. I think, you know, it'll make the game look lot better.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, definitely. Would you turn the noise on? Would you recommend?
Depends on your preference. The noise makes it gives it a kind of grainy filter. So if you turn it on and off, you'll see like
wow. Yeah, I like that.
So that depends on your preference. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like the filtering, but I kind of sometimes do, I sometimes don't.
It adds kind of a little bit of texture to the voxels.
Exactly, yeah. It gives them a bit of a softness.
The shading, yeah, definitely shadows on for sure.
Yeah, and if you put one of the torches into your equip one of your torches, you'll notice it's got fully dynamic lighting as well.
Oh yeah, same thing with the. Oops, sorry, Dave. Almost got Dave. That's awesome. So let's grab the torch here too, because there's placeable torches, and then also the carry torch. And yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
And then these are not only making light on myself, the other characters, but the ground and everything around it as well.
Yep, yeah, it's fully dynamic lighting. So, I mean, again, it comes with its challenges. There's lots of problems currently with Vox. I'm not going to be too bashful, and I'm first to admit it. But at the same time, I'm enjoying kind of, you know, developing it and making it for the people, for the fans.
Nice, and definitely I hope. Once again, everybody, if you'd like to support Vox, Steven, this is an amazing and it's a lot of fun game. Checking him out on Greenlight, giving him that yes vote is huge. Also going ahead and, you know, picking up the game. It's always going to be something that's worthwhile. Retweeting, stuff like that. We'll have links for you. Follow him on Twitter. You don't post a lot of, like, silliness. I mean, it's pretty much, it's like, would you like to learn about Vox and what I'm up to? This is kind of what you're getting right here. Oops. Oh no, did we lose him? So it looks like we're going to try and get him back. Hopefully the internet did not die out. Hopefully you guys are still able to see the stream. But yeah, my friends, this is it's going to be a lot of fun. For one person to create a game of this much scope, and at the moment we're trying to kill slimes for a quest, is amazing. It's really impressive to be able to do all of this well, by yourself. Ooh, poison crystal. Let's do that. And we have... There we go. More loot. Oh, God! It was a tarp! Oh, get him. Get him, Bo. Nice. So it's going to do a little bit of damage. I'm going to back out to the main menu because it looks like we're unfortunately able to get Steven back in the call. But once again, my friends, this is a super early build that he just completed moments ago and we downloaded just for this stream. So please remember it is in an early build, but this is definitely going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. As you can see, all the different creativity, all the different items. They're adding new content constantly. And I really recommend playing this. Also, the multiplayer functions are going to be awesome. Not only for adding new items to the community, but also for the fact that you'll be able to actually go ahead and play with each other, mod and quest and all that good stuff. Hey, Steven, we got you back.
Hello, you still there?
Yes, got you.
Oh, I think my internet just cut out.
Oh, that's okay. We got you back.
Oh, cool. Typical. It's been fine all day, and then, you know, you start streaming. And
yep, that's okay. It happens. But definitely turning the shadows on made huge differences. It looks amazing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It also probably makes a difference to performance as well. It probably runs a little bit slower.
I mean, I have a half decent system, so I'm not noticing anything. But like you said, every single time you bring out a new version, it seems to be running better and better. So I don't foresee that being an issue later on. Oops. Looks like we lost him on the internet again. Let's see if we can create a world. See if this is in. So we can go ahead and create either the name of the seed and generate it that way, or we can add some caves, add how big it is. Let's make a small one right off the bat. And let's, you know what, we haven't seen tundra. So let's see if we can do tundra and floating islands. This is the first time of trying to create a new world. So hopefully it'll work. I would assume it will. And another reason why Skype's not the best, unfortunately. But let me create this world real quick, and then we'll try and see if we can get Steven in back one more time. But yeah, my friends, any questions on the game? If we do have Always Geeky in chat still, and I'm going to try and get him back into if his internet goes back up, actually. But yeah, a lot of fun. Normally wouldn't be a game that I would play, but I'm actually looking really forward to Vox. Like I said, not creative at all, but I find that I can add fire to stuff, and I can have little. I could probably get an elephant maybe made, and if I could shoot those with bows, just saying, that might be kind of a game that I'm into. Very easily amused. All right. Okay, so our new world's generated up. Very cool. And let me get Steven right back into the call. Have a good one, Banshees. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today, man. Appreciate it. And our intro into our town. This Skynet. Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. This is the first time I've seen some of the new content. Any developer that takes the time out to put a Tenchi character in their game obviously is good people, because no one wants a Tenchi in their game. Shushpin, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. And we're totally, while Geeky is not here, I'm going to destroy this poor, wonderful town. Also, let's see, top hat to edit. Let's give it a, let's give it a wonderful pink trim. There, we are dapper capper right now. And of course, we can't be too dapper without being happy still, so let's give it, this is why I'm not creative. We're going to give it a smiley face. That now just looks, it looks scary. But we can get our, let's see, where is it? Picker. I'm going to choose the black again. Paint. Bam. If I can learn how to do this, you can learn how to do this. Trust me, it's really easy to do. And, well, shoot, I mean, I like it. Let's do that. And particles. We're going to get the fire particles. And I'm going to add, of course, fire to it, because why not? There we go. Save it. And let's put it on our head. Oh, that is amazing. And you actually have real-time lighting working on it, too. That is the scariest thing. This will haunt your nightmares, my friends. But when you're not sleeping, you'll be playing the game and you'll be having a damn good time. Look, if I can do this, you guys can do this. Really easy stuff. It's like it looks like a watermelon because my little green spikes are poking through the head. Oh, my friends. Once again, guys, this is Vox by Always Geeky, and Mr. Geeky's internet's acting up a little bit on him right now. We will try and get him back in the call if we can in the next couple minutes. But I mean, look, this is awesome. Shoot, wolf. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Oh, you know what we need to do too? Let's of course equip exploding tipped arrows. Oh God, I like how half of this stream has just been me destroying the poor townspeople's village. Why? Because, well, shoot, why not? Whee! Let's go this way. Oh, can we do it? Can we do it? Headshot. Oh, we missed him. Here, come here. Come here, Mr. Bat. All right, let's use regular arrows. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, run away. It's pissed. It's mad. He's crazy, I tell you. A lot of fun, though, my friends. I hope you enjoyed Vox. Thank you very much for putting up with, it looks like our internet was a little off there. It does happen, and the fact that a build was made just for us, shoot, why not, right? And also, yeah, I don't know what's up with Nightbot, so I'm going to try and get into the site again and shut him off. Unfortunately, though, when I tried just a moment ago, Nightbot's website was down.